Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the class. So, in our previous class, we have learnt about the equations of motions and we have derived expression v is equal to v naught plus at and x is equal to half at square. Correct? In today's class, we are going to derive the expression called v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. But for this derivation, if the question is asked to derive this, no, you cannot derive only the small concept. You have to start from v is equal to v naught plus at derivation itself. See, if the question is asked, derive the expression for v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax, then what you have to do is, let us consider a body moving in a straight line. Okay, let us draw a diagram. Let us consider a body moving in a straight line with uniform acceleration a. Uniform acceleration a. Let v naught be the initial velocity. So this is the velocity time graph we are plotting. And this is a time meter per second. Okay, initial velocity v naught. Let the body have the initial velocity v naught. Let v be the velocity after the time t. After the time t, let this be time t. So after the time t, let the velocity of the body be v. Then the graph is like this. Correct? See, initially the object is having the velocity v naught. After the time t, the velocity reaches the velocity v. Therefore, now let x be the displacement of the body. Let x, v naught is the initial velocity, v be the final velocity after the time t. X be the displacement of the body. Okay. So from this graph, I will mark it clearly. Let us draw it. We will divide this area into two. Okay. See, we will mark it as A, B, C. Okay. Then D, O. As you have done already completed one derivation, now it's easy for me to continue. See, first we have to derive the expression for v is equal to v naught plus at. Then we have to go for this. Okay. How to derive that? The slope of the velocity time graph gives the acceleration. So slope is equal to BC by AC. Slope of the velocity time graph gives acceleration. So A is equal to, you have to write that sentence here, okay? Slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Therefore, or this implies A is equal to, what is this distance? See, from here to here it is v naught. What is this one? Total it is v. Correct? What about this distance then? This distance is how much? Can you help me for that distance? I don't have any color chalk. Okay, I'll draw it like this itself. What is this distance? Full V minus V naught. So this distance is V minus V naught. So I'll write BC is equal to V minus V naught divided by AC is T. Then I can write AT is equal to V minus V naught. Then I can write V is equal to V naught plus AT. Correct? Let this be equation number 1. Next, now we will derive this. Okay? To derive V square is equal to V naught square plus 2AX, the area under the graph AB gives, so I will write area under VT graph gives displacement. Correct? Displacement. So therefore we can write x is equal to area of this graph. We have, however, we have already derived x is equal to area of the triangle ABC plus area of the rectangle ACDO. See children, here please don't write this symbol, write triangle, triangle. Here write rectangle, don't draw the diagram like me. Okay, so area under velocity time graph gives displacement, that is x is equal to area of the triangle ABC plus area of the rectangle ACDO. The next concept is substitute. What is the area of the triangle? Half into base into height. Half into base into height. Plus area of the rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle? Area of the rectangle is length into breadth. What is the length? OD into CD. Correct? Okay. Half AC is how much? T. What about BC? Where is our BC? This one. V minus V naught plus OD T. CD. What is this distance? V naught. Correct? Now, T, can you see here both sides T is present? Then I can take T as common. Correct? Let us take T outside. What is remaining? Half V minus V naught plus V naught. Correct? Am I right? So from this I have taken T V naught, T outside, or remaining is V naught. Next. Shall I write over here? Thank you. See, after this step, x is equal to T, open the bracket, V, see here, I will write it clearly, V by 2, half into is V by 2, half into minus V naught is minus V naught by 2 plus V naught. Correct? Plus V naught. What about the next step? X is equal to T is outside. V by 2. V naught is there. So I can subtract here. So what is the answer we get? 1 minus a half. Correct? Is half. So we get, what I'll do is, I'll take V naught outside, 1 minus half it will be, correct? Then, what is remaining? V by 2 plus V naught, 1 minus half is half. Can I write it as T into V by 2 plus V naught by 2? Correct? Am I right? Now, instead of this, what the next step I can move for? Can I write it by taking common denominator? Yes, t into v plus v naught by 2. What is t? See here, from equation number 1, can I write t is equal to v minus v naught by a? Yes. Let this be equation number 2. From equation number 1, we can write what we can write? Can I write t is equal to v minus v naught by a? Substitute in 2. What do we get? X is equal to v minus v naught by a in the place of t into v plus v naught by 2. Correct? What is the next step? A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So, where shall I write? Shall I write there itself? Okay. A plus b into a minus b. So, we will get v square minus v naught square divided by 2a is equal to x. Now let us take this denominator to this side. So what do we get? We get 2ax is equal to v square minus v naught square. Rearrange it. We'll get v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. Finally, we have reached. Correct? What we have done? Let us consider a body moving with, initially it is having the velocity v naught. After the time interval t, the body has reached the velocity v. Let us explain the displacement. From the graph, slope of the graph is BC by AC. We know that slope of the graph gives acceleration. Slope of the velocity time graph gives acceleration. So we can write A is equal to V minus V naught by T. Because BC is nothing but this distance. V minus V naught divided by T. Take t other side, we get AT is equal to V minus V naught, or V is equal to V naught plus AT. Velocity, area under this velocity time graph will give you the displacement. So we can write x is equal to area of the triangle ABC plus area of the rectangle ACDO. So area of the triangle is half into base into height. Half into base into height plus OD into, that is area of the rectangle is length into breadth. Length into breadth. So substitute there. AC is nothing but, what is the value of AC? T. What is the value of BC? BC is V minus V naught. OD. What is the value of OD? T. Then what is the value of CD? CD. V naught. Here T is common. Till here, this derivation and previous derivation is one and the same. No confusions. From here, the step changes. Here you are taking T outside as a common. There what you have done, you have substituted the value of, for this one I think, correct? Am I right? There you had substituted the value over here as AT. Now here you are not going to substitute here. What you are going to do? You are taking T common outside. So we get half V minus V naught plus V naught. Next step. X is equal to, see T outside, right? Multiply this half to inside. Half into V is V by 2. Half into V naught is minus V naught by 2 plus V naught. So X is equal to, see here, this is V naught, this is also V naught. So we can take from this, we can take V naught outside, then 1 minus half. 1 minus half is half. So we will get V by 2 plus V naught by 2. 2 is common, I'll write it like this. From this equation number 1, I can write T is equal to V minus V naught by A. Let us substitute that in equation number 2. So we get X is equal to V minus V naught by A, V plus V naught by 2. A plus B into A minus B. So we can write, it is in that format. So we can write A square minus B square, that is V square minus V naught square by 2A. Take this denominator to other side, we get 2ax is equal to V square minus V naught square. Rearrange it, we'll get V square is equal to V naught square plus 2ax. This derivation is also very, very, very important. Out of these two derivation, any one of it is 100% sure for your final exam. And there is a possibility of asking problems. Okay, one possibility is problems, another possibility is derivation. So please learn the derivation. Problems we will solve it and we will learn it. Okay, so now write this derivation neatly in your notes and send it. I hope you understood this problem, correct? Okay, next what I want to speak about is, if a particle is moving in a circular motion, what about the displacement? Suppose a particle is moving like this in a circular motion. What is the displacement? Displacement is equal to 0 because initial position and final position is same. Therefore, displacement of a particle moving in a circular motion is 0. Correct? Okay. That is one important question. There is a possibility of asking it for your JEE NEET or CET also. Okay. The next method, what is that? Is deriving these three derivations, that is three expressions. One is V is equal to V naught plus AT, V square is equal to V naught square plus 2AX, and X is equal to V naught T plus half AT square. These three derivations can be derived in some other format also, that is calculus method. That method is there in your textbook, but we are not going to solve it. It will not come for your exam. Do you know why? Because you don't know what is calculus. You have all not yet studied the calculus. Calculus is a method in mathematics which you have not learned. So even if I teach you also, you will not understand it. So therefore, we are not going to solve it. And it is there in in your NCERT textbook. Don't worry, that will not come for the exam. That is calculus method. So if you have a textbook with you, just mark it as this is not important, will not be asked. Okay, that is, these three equations can be asked only in this format, not in the calculus format. So that we are not going to do it. Okay, next what we are moving for is about the motion of an object under free fall. The next concept which we are moving for is motion of the object under free fall. Okay, thank you.